Okay, here we go. It is Tuesday and it is time for more foundations. So I hope you have all of your stuff because we're going to be using a lot of stuff today. We're going to do something new that we have not done yet, and we're going to look at trick words. So when we look at trick words, you need your gel board and your stylus. Okay, so you need your gel board and your stylus pen that goes with it. You're going to need your marker board and a dry erase marker because we're going to do dictation again today. And then you're going to need your student notebook at the end, which is the monster book, okay, student notebook, and a pencil for the very end of the video. Okay, so you're going to need 3 things today. Okay, so we are going to start with sight words. Okay, so these are review sight words. I know they're kind of hard to see, they're small. So these are ones that you had in 1st grade. Okay, so these are just review ones. Okay, so we have they, won, and said. They, won, said. Actually, you know what? These are small. Let me write these. They, won, and said. Oh, that makes me feel a bit better. Okay, so remember these are trick words because they cannot be sound out. Okay, there's things about them. The letters don't make the sounds that they're supposed to make. They do not follow the rules. They are rule breakers. They are just words you have to memorize and keep them in your heart. Keep them in your brain because you cannot sound them out. Now you can sound out some of the letters. Okay, so we know that said, we hear the s and the d, but the middle part, not good. Okay, one, we hear the n, but it's not at the end of the word, you know, so that's a little bit tricky. And then they, we hear the a voiced th, which is okay, but then the end of it is not what we would expect. Okay, and the vowel is not what we would expect. So we have they, won, said. These are ones from last year, so they're just review. If you know them, fantastic. If you don't, that's okay. We're going to work on them. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to take your 2 fingers. We're going to skywrite. Okay, I want you to take your 2 fingers, okay, face them forward, put your hand under your elbow to kind of hold it up there. Okay, and we're going to skywrite and we're going to spell. Okay, so I have to turn around this way so I can be looking at the board with you, right? All right, so here we go. Let's write the word they. We have T-H-E-Y. Okay, they. Good. Now what we're going to do it again, and we're going to close our eyes this time. Okay, so close your eyes and do the same thing. T-H-E-Y. They. Good. All right, same thing for one. Here we go. Skywrite. O-N-E-1. Do it again with your eyes closed. O-N-E-1. Good. Last one. Said. Skywrite. S-A-I-D. Said. Now one more time with our eyes closed. S-A-I-D. Said. Good. Now you may take your gel board. I don't know what I did with mine. Here it is. Okay. You may take your gel board and your stylus, and we're going to write them on the board. Now, I am not going to use my board because if I did, you wouldn't be able to see it. Okay, so I'm just going to write on the marker board, but you write on the super cool gel board. Okay, so make sure it's all smooth, right? Let me erase this. All right, so now on your gel board, take your stylus, take your blue pen, and I want you to write our first trick word, they. Okay, and we will write it together. So they, we're going to spell it as we write. T-H-E-Y, they. So on your board, you should have T-H-E-Y. Okay, so you see, you really can't see that very good. they on your board. So now we're going to, just kind of like we do with our tiles, how we spell it back to clear a board off, we're going to spell it back and erase. Okay? So you can just take your hand because, you know, this isn't like a marker board, it's not messy. So take your hand and erase as we spell back. T, oh, mine's not erasing very good. All right, so erase your T, erase your H, E, Y, they. All right, same thing with our next word. Your board should be all cleaned off. Okay, board should be all cleaned off. Use your board and we're going to spell and write the number 1. Here we go. O-N-E-1. Okay, remember we always spell it and then we say the word. So O-N-E-1. Now I want you to erase as we spell back. Okay, so O-N-E-1. And your board should be clean. Okay, we got one more. We're going to do said. So let's spell it and write it. S-A-I-D, said. Okay, so you should have this on your gel board. Okay, use your gel board. Write it on your gel board. Now we're going to erase and spell back. S-A-I-D, said. Good. Okay, so we are done with our gel boards. Put that to the side, and you need your marker board. We're going to do a quick dictation. I know yesterday's video was long, guys, and I'm sorry. It's just you don't realize how much stuff there is to fit into a 15-minute video until you try to do it. Okay, so we're going to do a dictation, and I'm going to try to shorten it up a little bit, but I don't want to shorten it up too much because y'all need this practice. So marker board's out. Remember, dictation, I give you sounds and I give you words and I give you a sentence and you have to do it on your own, and then I will go back with you and show you the correct way so you can check your work and fix any mistakes. Okay, so across the top line of your board, just like we did last time, you're going to write a 1, a 2, and a 3. Okay, first sound is W. W. Okay, 2 ways to make the W sound. W. Number 1, write the 2 ways you can make the W sound. Okay, so that would be regular W and our diagraph WH. You can't really see that, can you? I kind of got a little crazy here. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. So, number 1, the sound is W. So you have W, WH. Number 2, I'm going to go down. I don't have enough room here. Sound number 2, okay, K. Remember, there's 3 ways we can make the K sound. We talked about this yesterday. Write the ways. I still don't like this. You can make the K sound. 3 ways on number 2 you can make the K sound. Alright, so I can have C, K, C, K. Okay, the K sound. And last sound, number 3. What letters make the Qu sound? Qu. Remember, we call those some special letters. Qu. We want to make the Qu sound. We need our buddy letters, QU. Okay, remember, they're always together. They're buddies. Do everything together. Besties. QU makes the Qu sound. Good. Now, you can either erase your board if you're out of room, or you can move down to the next line, whatever you want to do. Okay, so we're going to do some words, and we're going to practice our CK and our CK. All right, so the first word I want you to write is cup. Cup. I drink from a cup. Write the word cup. Number 1, cup. Okay, so now if I'm unsure of my k sound, I can just leave a little blank and then I hear an up. Well, I know U goes with what letter? C. So I have C-U-P, cup, k, up. Good. All right, let's look at word number 2. I want you to write kick, kick, k-ick, kick. Write the word kick. All right, so if we are unsure, we have a vowel or we have a k sound, okay, unsure of what that could be, it's either got to be a C or a K, I can write my vowel, I. Well, what letter goes with I? K. So I have ick. I have 3 sounds. I have a k directly after my vowel, so I'm going to use my digraph CK. It comes directly after my short vowel. So this one had 2 k sounds in it, didn't it? Alright, and we're going to do one more with the K sound. Okay, I want you to write the word crack. Crack. K-r-a-k. Crack. There was a crack in the sidewalk. Crack. Crack. Alright, now same thing, and think back to our student notebook. You guys, you always can use these student notebooks anytime you need help. Okay, that's what they're there for. They're there for you to go back and use them as a resource to help you with sounds or with blends or with spelling. So anytime you need to use your student notebook, I want you to use it. Okay, especially on quizzes, on practice slides, anything. Use that student notebook to help you because it can't hurt you. It can only help you. Okay, so if my word is crack, okay, I have the k sound. I can leave that blank. I have a and I have an ah. Well, what k sound goes with ah? My C. But we also learned that a C will come with a blend too. A beginning blend will use a C. So we have k, ak. Again, my last sound is k. Here's my A, so I use my CK. There's nothing blocking that vowel. Okay, so you should have cup, kick, crack. We use CK at the end when there's nothing blocking my vowel. Okay, and do not have anything after that vowel except for my k sound. Okay, let's see here. You can either erase or you can move on to the next line, whatever you want to do. Alright, we're going to write our trick words again with our dry erase, but I want you to write them on your, you can write them on your dry erase board with your fingers before you write them with your marker. Okay, so our first word is going to be they, so I want you to trace it on your board with your fingers. T-H-E-Y, trace it with your fingers, then you can write it with your marker. Okay, so take your 2 fingers and trace on your board. Okay, trace on your board. T-H-E-Y, and it can be big because you can't hardly fit your fingers on these lines. Okay, next trick word is one. So I'm going to take my 2 fingers of my writing hand and I'm going to go O-N-E with my fingers across my board. And then I will do it with my marker. O-N-E. One. Make sure we spell it, then we say the whole word. Alright, almost done. Last trick word is said. 2 fingers. Spell it. Or trace it on your whiteboard. S-A-I-D. Said. And then you can take your marker and write it. S-A-I-D, do a sentence. Put what we are learning in a sentence. All right, here we go. So one sentence today. Here we go. The raft is in the pond. The raft is in the pond. Okay, listen again. Let's count the words. Make sure you have them all. The raft is in the pond. You should have 6 words on your board. The raft is in the pond. The raft is in the pond. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to write it on our board. We're starting with our trick word the, which is a capital T, H-E. So all they start with our capital. The raft. It's not a trick word, so I can tap that out and sound it out. R-aft. Raft. R-aft. And here's my consonant blend. 2 consonants together that keep their sound. The raft is in, I'm coming down here, the pond. Okay, so I can tap out pond. P-a-n-d, pond. Put those sounds down. P-a-n-d, pond. Okay, the raft is in the pond. Now, I am not finished until I put a what? A period. Okay, not always a period, but punctuation. So this is a telling sentence, so yes, we will use a period. Okay, and if we scoop it, the raft is in the pond. Okay, good. Check your spelling, make sure you have a capital, make sure you have a period, make sure you're using your writing lines and you're giving me, even though I cannot see it and I wish I could, your most beautiful handwriting. Okay, we're not going to be sloppy. We're going to be beautiful writers with beautiful letters that are very readable. All right, the raft is in the pond. Now, you may erase your marker board, put it to the side, and I want you to get out your student notebook, and I want you to find page 67, okay? 67. 67 in your student notebook. All right, now your page 67 starts your trick word page, okay? The trick words in the box are new ones that we have not done yet. The lines that are empty are for you to write your review words on, okay? So you're going to write your 3 trick words in your notebook, but you're going to write them under the right letter, okay? So our first one is they, starts with the T, so you need to find your T section. Okay, and then you can write, well, they's already up there. That's okay. Then you can write they on your line under the T section, okay? 1 starts with O, so you need to find your O section. And write your O and your 1 under your O section, okay? And then same thing for said, starts with S. Right here, find your S's and write the word said on the line, okay? So, put your, I forgot what these are called, trick words, sorry. I keep wanting to say sight words. Put your trick words in your book, page 67, where it says trick words, okay? Put it under the right letter where they go. And then you can do the practice slides that are after this video, and I will see you tomorrow.